Krishnamoorthi, he's of Illinois, and he's a Democrat from Illinois, and he sits on that very same committee. Congressman, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much, Kate.
So we just heard from the chairman and the ranking Democrat. I want to get your take. You just walked out of that very same meeting to view those documents related to payments that Flynn may or may not have received from foreign contacts. What did you learn?
Basically what I learned is that there are more questions now than answers at this point. I got to say, first of all, thank you to Chairman Chaffetz and Ranking Member Cummings for arranging this briefing. This is a bipartisan approach to uncovering the facts here. But what I learned, it just simply raises too many questions at this point, and it's all the more reason why we have to continue with the investigation to get to the bottom of this.
From what you saw and what you've been investigating so far, do you think Michael Flynn broke the law?
I can't say. I think that what we see is there's a lot of smoke here, and we have to get to the bottom of this because, quite frankly, now it's public knowledge that he's had extensive contacts with foreign agents, foreign governments, and there may be a potential violation of the emoluments clause, that is the illegal receipt of payments from foreign governments. We have to get to the bottom of this ASAP.
Do you think that this, from what you've seen, do you think this reaches to the White House, or do you think this was Michael Flynn acting on his own? If he was acting on his own inappropriately, do you think the president knew anything about it?
We don't know, Kate. What I do know is that the classified documents that we saw today, basically raise further questions about all of these issues. And again, we need to take the next steps and continue the investigation. Kate, we have to do this in a bipartisan, independent manner. And I'm, again, heartened that we started that process this morning on the Oversight Committee when Chairman Chaffetz and ranking members convened this highly classified meeting.
Chairman Chaffetz said this, and it's when asked about what he saw and what he's seen so far, he sees no data to support that Michael Flynn complied with the law. A bit of a convoluted way of saying I'm not going to read into his words, but do you agree with that statement coming from Chairman Chaffetz?
I concur with Chairman Chaffetz on that particular point. It's extremely disturbing what we saw this morning, and yes, I concur. I didn't see any evidence that Mr. Flynn took steps to comply with the law.
What then do you make of the White House sending over a letter saying that they were denying a request for documents that they have regarding Flynn and his security clearance application? What's your response to that?
Well, I hope that they revisit this question. If not, we are going to have to revisit this question ourselves with other agencies more directly.
What does that mean, Congressman? Do you think the committee will try to use its subpoena power to get those documents from the White House?
It may. This is something that has to be discussed with the committee. Obviously, it requires Chairman Chaffetz, Ranking Member Cummings, and the majority of the committee to request this. But in my humble opinion, we need to get to the facts. We have to uncover all of the facts related to this particular issue. What I saw this morning in terms of classified materials was very disturbing, and it just further raises the issue that we need an independent investigation ASAP.
You don't think that your committee can investigate your part of this on a bipartisan fashion?
Well, I've called for an investigation in the past, but at this point, we got to make sure that there are no politics involved with this particular investigation. So,
do you think there is with Congressman Chaffetz and Congressman Cummings?
This morning was really a good step in the right direction, Kate. In the past, maybe not so much, but today we made some steps forward. But overall, Kate, right now we need an independent. I've called for a 9/11 style commission, and the facts this morning that I saw in those documents, those classified documents, point to an ever-growing need for this.
No signs yet that you are anywhere close to getting that independent 9/11 style commission, but we do understand your request for it. Congressman, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much,
a lot
Kate.
coming out of there. Thank you.